So I've been to quite a few rooftops in Lebanon, but I'm yet to find the best one for sunsets until today. We might have just found the best sunset spot in the whole of Beirut. Today we're going into Beirut and attempt to find the best rooftop view in the city to watch the sunset. And by the way, meet the newest member of our creators crew, Shadi.
Hello, my name is Shadi.
So first we had to scout the city for interesting buildings to explore. We'll be working our way up to the highest of rooftops, but first we started off lower to the ground.
We're too obnoxious with the cameras. I don't know.
The thing about Beirut is that everywhere you go, you'll find abandoned houses that date either from the explosion or even from way back in the 60s or 70s when there was the war. So people just left the country and the houses were just left to rot and abandoned. Such a shame because they're really, really beautiful houses.
Before going to the first skyscraper, I wanted to bring you to an abandoned house. We need to be a bit discreet if you want to go into it.
First, we had to sneak in through this really narrow gap between the buildings, so one by one we went in. Here's the door. You can really tell no one's been living here for decades. I mean, there's trees that have grown over the house and there's like vines coming down and the trunk has grown like around one of the columns. This house was abandoned in the 60s probably when the Civil War broke out, so everything was left behind. There's so much stuff laying around and it seems like it was a physician or a doctor of some sorts. I mean, there's like consultation beds, there's a syringe, physicians' handbooks and letters and receipts and all that stuff. It's so interesting. Oh no, Center Hygia. It used to be a nemectrotherapy place and they would treat cellulite, obesity, muscular re-education.
Wait, Flo, what does it say in French?
It's like a magazine for some kind of clothing, like a dress. And it cost 99 francs back in the days. Yeah.
A full bottle of poison inside next to other medicine.
Sounds very
spooky.
Suspicious. And then it was time to sneak out. And we're experts at this by now if you haven't seen my previous videos. So this time we tried the fence and it was Shadi's first time sneaking in and out with us. So clearly he needed a little bit more practice.
A little battle injury.
Oh my god, are you okay?
No man, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
We are in the neighborhood of Ashrafiyeh, so we're stopping by a friend's house. Second stop of the day, we have just arrived at Sherif's place.
Hi, I'm Sherif. Welcome to my crib. I installed a slackline and we will be learning how to slackline, hopefully safely.
We're gonna try and learn how to slackline.
You just walk on the line, one step after the other, that's simple. And just take your time. It's easy, it's a question of balance.
Just focus and it's kind of meditation. There's a bit of adrenaline in it, specifically here on the altitude.
How about you, Shadi? Have you ever slacklined before?
I cannot slackline. I've never slacklined before. I've seen people like jump up and down on it.
Oh, you won't be able to do that today. I am so ready to slackline.
Why? Okay, let's do it.
How hard can it be to balance?
How hard can it be to balance?
Famous lesson.
Oh my god, it's just shaky. It's too wobbly. Guys, I have a fun fact.
What's the fun fact?
When I was in college, I was the treasurer of the slacklining club.
And you can't slackline.
And she can't slackline.
Okay, Shadi, let's see who's talking.
I thought it was gonna be super easy. I thought I'd be able to do a flip by the end of the day.
I can't even read.
Slacklining is very simple in theory, but in practice it actually is not that easy, as Shadi just proved to you.
Bro, the thing goes like...
But to be fair, it's something that takes a lot of time and practice, like a lot of things in life.
Can you show them how it snapped?
So this thing just snapped,
Just now, it's not.
and it's just not very, very stable.
Hopefully safely.
This bad boy came off from right here. Solid.
Well, how was the slacklining, guys? Did you like it? Really fun?
It was hard.
What's hard about slacklining?
When I try to get on it, my feet are like a macaroni thing.
Ready, we're leaving Sherif's place now. Really fun hanging out with him and slacklining for a little bit. Even though it's an activity that actually should take much more time and patience, especially patience. And now we are heading, we're heading to a tall building. Yalla!
Now we're picking up my friend from high school.
Hello, Nick. Look who joined us. Hi.
Look at my charisma.
He is a stegophilist.
It means loving roofs, going on top of roofs.
Now we're going to one of the tallest buildings in the city.
Let's check it out. Getting closer to the building, to the
Actually, we're not
destination.
close to the building, we are right there. This is the building.
Oh. How to find the best rooftop view in Beirut. You just like go in, you press a button on the elevator, and then you're at the top. Wow, what a view, what the hell. You can see the whole coast, and down there is the port.
So that right there is where the explosion happened 9 months ago.
Sharif just made us notice a building down there where all the tiles from the roof have just completely fallen off. And it's just the ones on the left because they're the ones that are facing the port. The impact of this thing was just crazy. Beirut is a living architectural museum, and this afternoon of exploration can perfectly illustrate this. It's a fascinating mix of styles and eras, all revealing a different aspect of Beirut's complex personality. From the imposing modern structures to the dreadful, war-torn buildings, the old villas from the golden age of Lebanon, and of course the countless unfinished sites that are so typical.
After the war, they kind of reconstructed everything without a proper organization of like the urbanscape. So
Yeah.
you end up having like tons of mushroom-like building that like pop up in the
Yeah.
middle of the city.
The mushroom thing, you notice it not just here but everywhere in the country. There's like mushroom buildings everywhere, like in the mountains. Nowadays, when you walk around Beirut, you can see construction sites almost everywhere you go. And while there have been incredible efforts to rebuild and restore old houses, especially those affected by the blast, the gentrification in Beirut is really striking. And sadly, in many neighborhoods, old traditional homes that are crumbling down are being replaced by ultra-modern buildings very quickly. A very contrasting sight that causes an important loss in the cultural heritage of the country. When we were in Khandak, you could see that difference from there, from
As
that
well.
rooftop. Like you could see Ashrafi in the distance. We're gonna prepare the drone. This is the perfect spot to fly the drone because I'm not sure you're allowed to fly the drone over the port, but from here we have a really good vantage point. Pretty windy! Yay!
It's the first time I'm actually seeing the port from like above. I grew up here, and when I learned the news over TV, I couldn't stop but watch and rewatch and rewatch, and I felt at the time that like my teenage years were completely blown away, very physically, very literally. And I think coming back here makes you realize that the streets have been cleaned, everyone's like moving on, but also having PTSD. We can constantly keep on forgetting, like we forget the Civil War, although the city's dearly impacted by the remains of this. You can see really the impact of this years of civil war, and yet also it's getting more and more gentrified and transformed by new buildings that are completely reshaping the city. So every time you come back it's different, and not in a good way. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yes, tell me more.
I feel it's really calming to be here. I feel like it's because you have an overview of everything that's happening, as if you have this like omniscient view.
yeah,
Interesting
weirdly
thing,
calming.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's also
Changing
because
of-
there's not that much noise. Like you can hear the noise of the cars in the
That's so
distance.
true, absolutely.
But it's far away, and
Well, in
also
Beirut,
the
it's
sunset. I mean, the sunset.
It's so gorgeous.
We might have just found the best sunset spot in the whole of Beirut. Wow, look at that.
It's so nice.
End of the day, we managed to get onto the best rooftop of Beirut for the sunset
Thank
view.
God.
Thank you so much for tagging along today. It was great seeing you guys. Subscribe for more videos coming
Like and
soon.
subscribe. Like and
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Very aggressive.
Subscribe.
And
It's
check
down there.
our other videos.
Down
over
there.
Peace.
And see you tomorrow. Leaving Sherry's place.